Today on Daring Abroad.
When we came to Australia, we didn't have any background knowledge on swimming.
Meet Mercy and Josephine Komen, two prolific swimmers with their own Adelaide-based business. Find out how the sisters are saving lives, one swim lesson at a time.
We created this program together to be able to pay back to our community.
This, as King's developers redefine luxury living in Kenya through their world-class developments.
It's all about investing in a quality home with quality things around you that gives you quality lifestyle.
As usual, today's show is filled to the brim with inspiration, and of course you are in time for it. My name is Michael Zimanje, and let's dive into the first story.
If you had told a young Mercy and Josephine Komen that one day they would become among the most sought-after swimming trainers in Adelaide City, most likely they would have laughed, given that prior to coming to Australia, the sisters had never swum a day in their lives.
When we came to Australia, we didn't have any background knowledge on swimming. And coming from a Kalenjin family, we didn't even know what the pools look like. So we came to Australia and
you came from where people run. You are known for running.
We were runners. We had no knowledge in water. So coming to Adelaide, we were interested. Like, we went to the pools and we were like, what are these people doing? What are they doing? We went to the beach. We didn't see people of our color. So we went to a point that we went to a pool and inquired, can we learn? And we were told, sadly, our program is already started for the new year, so we can't take you. And we went home, we sat at our table. We have a special table that we sit and discuss ideas. And we said, how about we teach ourselves this thing? We started putting YouTube on the house. Every day we had freestyle, all these styles. We went to the same pool. The one they told us they can't take us. So we went to the pool every morning, like 6 in the morning, we would try and get there early. We were teaching ourselves, and my sister is a really good learner. So every time she would learn something, Josephine is a really good learner. So it's a really great advantage to us, because as soon as she gets something, as she knows what she's doing, I'm sure I will understand it.
You learned through YouTube?
Through YouTube.
Wenyewe tu?
Exactly.
Yes, Mercy and Josephine's introduction to swimming was through YouTube. No trainer, no experience. Talk about diving headfirst into uncharted waters.
Within the first month, we knew like at least we'll not drown. But we took a span of 3 months to know the full 4 strokes and all the survival strokes. And then the lucky thing was there's this Royal Life Savings that we represent in South Australia. We inquired about multicultural classes and programs. So they said, oh, we're looking for people, you're welcome. But when we went to the classes, we found ourselves as 2 black women. And everyone is from South America. These are big people with big numbers. So we thought, okay, we would do it. We took 2 months off. We took a lesson. We inquired. After that, we did the training, whatever the program they offered. And then we got the license.
Upon finishing, the Komen sisters returned home, ready to put to the test what they had learned. It was during this time that they came across an offer they couldn't refuse: to swim like the fishes for a living. That is how Komen Swim School started.
The end game is to see these new people that the parents have invested so much in them come here and just one time decide to go to the beach, and that's the end of their story. Like they drown.
Risking their lives.
Only last year we had someone in Sydney, someone in Perth. These are brand new students that parents have spent millions of money to bring them here, for them to just go for one time to try something they don't have knowledge in this area and enter their lives. So our main mission is to see our people safely in the water. Let them swim safe, let them know the basic skills. At least if I drown today, somebody can rescue me. So I don't want to sit with the skills that I have. What we're doing is spread the word to the people, and make sure we're sending the message to our own community.
So there's so many factors that contribute to drowning. It might be a sickness.
You may go into the pool when you are not well.
Yes. Alcohol causes
Alcohol.
you to have distorted judgment. It makes you have slow reaction. So you might be at the pool and you're so confident I can swim, but your mind is slowly closing down because you don't understand the impact. Alcohol also makes your body joints very slow. So the difference between someone that's okay and someone that's drunk is that they have slow judgment.
Wow.
So we advise the young kids and everyone in Kenya also, when you come abroad, ensure that you swim without drinking alcohol.
Be
when you're
sober,
sober.
go to the pool when you are sober. Any other factor we should watch out? Fear.
Because
You go in, but then
you just panic. So that panic moment, that's what takes you away.
yeah, and that's what I've learned when swimming, that you will float easily when you are relaxed, when you are okay.
Yes.
You know, breathe in, but when you panic, that's when you start going down.
Yes. It's very sad because most people think they know. And people think because we are together, I know. Or nani ataniokoa, so and so will be there for me. But if you don't have the basic skills as a person, this is what we're trying to tell people. Just get the basic skills. Because even if you drown, your other friends that don't know how to swim will not get to you. So our main program is just preach the word, like learn how to swim, even if it's just the basic words.
According to the comment sisters, the argument of relying on others while in the pool doesn't hold water, and that is their motivation, saving lives. However, theirs is more than just swimming lessons.
Our training, we created this program together to be able to pay back to our community. Because when we came, we didn't know many things. But now with a few knowledge that we have, we thought, what is a good idea? We have so many mental health cases around in Adelaide. And me and my sister, we under a program for mental health and guidance. So this program runs for the new students that come in. And all the new students come here with different situations of mental health. As we know, there's a lot of different scenarios of mental health. So we've started a program under CASA, the Adelaide in South Australia. So we have cases like this. We use the funds that we get from here to support them. We go to different people. Someone is sick in the hospital. The only thing they're missing is loneliness. We give them credit. Talk to your mother. Talk to your parents. Somebody has no food. Have something for credit. So everything that comes from Comment Swim School goes out to the people.
Since starting the business, the duo says they've experienced great success with their biggest clientele being Kenyans.
So if you teach one person, as Kenyans, word goes around. So if I teach you and I give you the best service, of course you spread it to the next person. And most of our people are within Adelaide, but we've had approaches from people from Perth. So we're planning to go to Perth sometime this year to go and see if we can train a few people there.
I joined Comment Swim School 2 months ago. It's been a lovely experience for me. At first I had phobia with water, but at the moment I can float, I can do freestyle, I can do the backstrokes. I think it's a good thing to the community. And the reason I joined Comment Swim School is because I wanted to enjoy more holidays with family and to make sure that my kids I would save my kids if we had to go into the beach or something. I didn't want them to drown. I'll say Comment Swim School is a bonus to the community. It's life-saving, and I think everyone needs to enroll and make sure they are water safe.
Any challenges you face, or it's all rosy?
A lot. There's a lot of challenges. We go to different pools because at the moment we train people according to their location. If you're in the north, we come to a pool closer to you. But most of the time we go there and people are like, we're not sure if you can swim. Still, even with the license, you go inside and somebody's like, we have to confirm you can swim. There's a big number of people turning up. We have lifeguards walking around because there's this stereotype that we cannot still swim.
Now, it may be surprising to learn that this wasn't the sisters' first career choice. For Mercy, it was accounting, and Josephine, commercial and social sciences. This is what brought them to Australia in 2015 and 2017 respectively through Options Education Agency, owned by Helen Merrier, whom we've featured before. The question now is, how do they balance?
You know, if you have the passion to do something, you find a way. We do 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. But we have after 9 to 5, 9 to 9. We do 7 o'clock to 9 p.m. And we get award to our people that if you can come when the pool are less so empty, that's when it's a good time. So we don't mind. We do Monday, Wednesday and Friday and Saturday for kids. So these are after hours. Instead of going home, relaxing, you might as well do something for your community. So that's what we do.
I remember when I was in the pool, Josephine was a bit worried if I could make it to the deep end. I mean, how did you find my skills?
You're pretty good.
Yeah.
You're pretty good. At least
I'm pretty good.
Yes, he is pretty good. At least I know he can't drown. At least I know that you can float and you can save yourself if anything happens.
Wow. Daring, bro.
The daughters of Chapkoilel village in Uasin Gishu County are a fine example of determination and boldness. And as they continue creating a name for themselves down under, home is not far from their hearts.
So our plan is to, when we get older, go back home and invest. Invest in the community, invest in property. But most importantly with this swimming, our plan is to go back and educate more. And we would love to encourage the government, even the county governments and the government in general to provide co-curriculum activities in schools such as swimming, because these are very important skills that everyone can use abroad or even in Kenya. Skills such as first aid, mental health, swimming. We want to encourage the government to bring in these skills because these are very important, and not only studying education only, because at the end of the day we are a whole, you should be a whole human. You should have a variety of skills that can help you in future.
And that's part of skills and knowledge transfer.
Yes.
Wow.
Clearly, Australia has been good to them, but the daughters do agree that this is majorly due to the support they received from their mother.
So I would like to give a big shout out to our mother from Chepkoilel North, Mrs. Komen, Nancy Jelagat Komen.
Nancy Jelagat Komen.
Yes.
Amesikia.
Thank you so much. You're the reason we are here. She is a very strong woman. She is the reason we are standing here today. The confidence she instilled in us since we were younger. And she always encourages us to stand tall and be powerful women.
So, whether drowning in water or drowning in depression while in Australia, remember the Komen sisters are there to throw a lifesaver your way.
Now that is what we call inspiration. Many thanks to the Komen sisters there in Australia. Time for us to come up for a bit of air. But when we return, more about the opportunities through King's Developers. Welcome back to the show. In the first part, we took you to Australia, but now it's time to focus our lenses back home. Now, you will agree with me that when it comes to the purchasing of property, it's more than just a house. It's more about a lifestyle. And our guests today, King's Developers, have a thing or two to say about that. Take a look at this.
Imagine coming home from a long day at work to your state-of-the-art apartment and unwinding at one of the impressive world-class amenities available to you at no extra cost. It can only be described as hotel living, but at home. And yes, this is the life that awaits investors of any of King's Developers' high-end projects. For years now, Kings have been perfecting the concept of luxury living while redefining its meaning in Kenya's real estate sector.
We're trying to sell to you a lifestyle. So we want to make you as comfortable as possible and trying to bring convenience and comfort to you. So what we're trying to do is, as we build a house, we're trying to put in comfort, convenience, a certain lifestyle. We want to give you an experience. What are you looking for? If you're looking for relaxation, if you're looking for a fantasy, we're trying to bring that to you in a place where now you can feel very comfortable and be yourself. As King's Developers, first of all, we are the trendsetters in everything, and times are changing, and so you cannot be stagnant. to what worked 20 years back. So we try to evolve and give to people what they demand, what they're asking for, what they don't even know that they require and what they need. So we're trying to fulfill a need that's not even there right now.
So, what exactly does the developer offer that is in demand and addresses the client's needs?
We have houses that serve to let's say the young adult who's maybe moving out of their parents' home or is being gifted a home. We have that. Then we have somebody who's now you've started employment and you're trying to get your footing and trying to create your own space and create your own personality. We have that for you. Then we have now family-oriented homes. We're trying to ensure that your kids are in a safe zone. So we have that. So we cater to the different age groups that are there, that even to the older generations of around even 60 years who want to retire. We also offer that because our apartments ensure that whatever needed to requiring to sustain, we have it. Even we have some units that we build that are also for the disabled so that they can have the convenience of moving around from how we've placed our sockets to how the house is built. We also try to include them also. Majority of our apartments, we have high-speed lifts, heated swimming pools, sauna, lounge. But also something that stands out for me is our apartment in Kileleshwa in Apollo. It's called Apollo Towers. It actually has a jogging track around. We also have an amphitheater in another establishment of ours. It's called the Pearl Residency. And so we're trying to bring to you some uniqueness that when you see it, you're like, Kings is always thinking ahead. Kings is beyond their years. When you go to something like King Serenity and you see the school buses dropping kids inside the establishment, you're like, this is a whole new community in here. We try to distinguish everything that you have. There's always a certain aspect of life in every apartment.
Now, you can't talk about lifestyle without talking about location. This is one of the biggest selling points for the developer.
Something like King's Millennium along Mombasa Road, that's just along Mombasa Road, literally. You can just see it when you're somewhere in Imaradaima. Then we have, when you come closer to what we have currently ongoing, we have something called King's Vintage Homes. That's 5 minutes away from Junction. It's also like 6 minutes away from Waterfront, 5 minutes away from the hub. It's strategically placed near the bypass. If you want to go to the airport, you don't necessarily have to use Ngong Road and then use Mombasa Road. You can still use the bypass and then join with the expressway. Quite convenient for you. You beat the traffic. It's placed near schools and hospitals that should you get, you're feeling under the weather, if you want to be close to your kids, it's strategically placed that whatever you're feeling at that moment, King's Vintage is there for you. And that's just along Ngong Road. Then we have something along Mandera Road in Kileleshwa, just next to, there's a quick mart over there. There are 3-bedroom apartments along the road, 5 minutes away from the city center, and also strategically placed that you can go to Westlands, you can use the expressway if you want to go to Lavington. Strategically placed to fulfill your need of convenience. Then we also have even the houses that we have in the outskirts of Nairobi, like Nakuru and even Eldoret. All those houses are strategically placed like near the airport, near schools, near the police station, because we guarantee you safety and hospitality. And we also want, if you want to go to shopping malls, we give that to you. We're not too close to places that are too crowded, but we're also not so far away that you feel that you've been left out.
Currently, Kings has been able to successfully build over 40 projects all over the country, with investors hailing from Kenya and beyond. This is the reason the developer emphasizes on the need to sell more than just property.
Kenya is not a first world country. We're getting there, but we are not there. And the diaspora guys live in places where they have seen so much. And when they want to come back to our country, they want to experience a bit of what they have seen and then to incorporate it into their daily lives here. So now we are trying to bridge that gap and say whatever you have there, because you're trying to come back to our country and investing back at home and also trying to retire back at home, you may not necessarily miss what is there, because now we're bringing a touch of heaven with a warmth of homeliness and warmness and warmth and all that. So that's what we're trying to do with the diaspora, that we're trying to bring whatever you have there, we're bringing it back here, but we're bringing a touch of King's Developers in a way that fits the Kenyan version. As King's Developers, we try to give you value for your money, and not necessarily that if you have so many amenities that the price shoots up, because at the end of the day, it's all about investing in a quality home with quality things around you that gives you quality lifestyle. And so what are you willing to pay for? But at the same time, we don't want you to break an arm and a leg, because everything will always boil down to what is this specifically that you're looking for, and we try to give that to you, but we don't want you to feel that it's not reasonable prices.
And speaking of prices, theirs is all about convenience.
What somebody can look forward to once they buy a property from us is this flexibility. First of all, from the time you purchase a property from us, there's flexibility of your payment plan. So you just know when you're stepping into our world, we're giving you flexibility. Then now from there, we're giving you, of course, we'll give you advice, because we want you to be so sure of the industry that you're partaking in, because it's quite wide and there's so many things that are happening, but Kings will always guide you. Then now once you're trying to purchase, depending on whatever you're trying to purchase from us, if it's in the affordable housing sector, we're giving you quality homes, we're giving you quality amenities, and in all our locations, we know for a fact we're giving you convenience. It's not something that is so hidden that you cannot know. And then there is the people who want convenience in Lavington, Kileleshwa. We have convenience for you. We have the right set of amenities, the gym, the sauna. We're bringing a lifestyle of change, enhancement of relaxation. I've always liked the tagline of one of our properties. It says a classic evolution. So we're bringing in classiness, but we're evolving it in a way that you're like, I like the kitchen, how it looks. I like the finishing. Even if I host people in my apartment, even if I'm trying to set up a business of Airbnb, there's a touch of classiness. It's an evolution of where we were to where we are now. It gives you pride. And that's what we're trying to give to you, that whatever property you buy from us, you're feeling very proud to be a partner of King's Developers. So also that we're offering to you. As King's Developers, we're not selling to you just stones and steel. We're selling you something that you can be proud of. We're selling to you convenience. We're selling to you comfort. We're selling to you a lifestyle where it has a ripple effect, that once people see what you have, they will also want it.
Quite impressive from King's Developers, giving their clients a royal treatment. With that, we have come to the end of the show today. But before I go, Mwalimu National DT Sacco is celebrating 50 years. Yes, 50 years of changing lives, 50 years of nurturing growth for a better future. And we here at Chams Media commend them for this impressive milestone. Now, the best part is you can join in the celebration because they have opened their common bond, meaning anyone can now be a member of Mwalimu National DT Sacco. Congratulations on 50 years. With that, we are done. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.